Hanaki, did you know that our souls are connected by fate? What do you know? You know Hanaki, the one and only Oiran from Yelun. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope everything is going well. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Man, I'm tired still. I napped most of the afternoon after I finished my earlier stream, and yet I am still so very eepy. I hope, when I end this stream and I go to bed, I'm able to sleep through the night. We're gonna manifest that for me, okay? Okay. Anyway, hi! Welcome in. Happy Monday, happy OniMon. Well, we're about to wrap up Monday, I guess, so, Otsu Monday. Good evening, yeah, good evening. Hello. Okay. So today's stream is mostly to kind of go over and like discuss some things about the endurance randomizer nuzlocke that's going to be taking place over the rest of the week. I will answer questions. We'll give kind of a brief overview of like the stuff that is decided, and we'll start like deciding some things like what I should put on my wheel and things like that. So like it's still mostly OniMon, because I'm sure we will get off topic and talk about random things as we go, but there is also a little bit of a purpose to today's stream, so we'll do our best to get through this bit by bit. Also, I'm very EP, so if I sound low energy, it's not like I don't want to be here, because I do. I'm just very tired. The medicine kicked my butt. So I'm still very tired. It's also because I've just had so much sleep debt, I think. So now that my body has remembered what it's like to be tired, it's very hard for me to not be tired. So, my energy levels are a deflated balloon. Morning voice, Yuno at 8 p.m. Based, real, floosh, do you need a pillow fund? No, I'm okay. I do have a pillow already. She hates us so much she got EP. No, I don't hate you, I promise. And only one with direction, heckin' rare. I mean, they used to be all with direction, but, you know, after Kawaii dissolved, I stopped having to give a shit about that as much. But yeah, so I guess the main thing we should address, the dono bar that I have on screen is kind of referencing the goal, but the ultimate like minimum goal that I would like to raise for the Yunothon is 3K, and I hope that's acceptable. But I will say the bare minimum of what I need in order to be able to pay off the rigging, because ultimately that is what this is for primarily, is hold on, I have to get the actual price. I wrote it down, but I forgot it off the top of my head because my brain is moving at the speed of a slug. Okay, got it. So the absolute bare minimum of what I actually need to earn is 2,525 doll hairs. It was going to be a little bit less than that before, but there were some things that I had to, well, I didn't have to, but there are some things that I added to the model that made it cost a little bit more. And I already put down the first partial payment. So the rig is currently in process, or in progress, I should say. It is WIP, work in progress. But the actual amount that I need for the remainder that I owe Spiral for the model is 2,525 doll hairs. And so I am rounding it to 3K because there have been issues. Well, I shouldn't say issues, but I've reached a point with PayPal where I've been earning money Mostly because of the Unothon, to be honest. But I've been earning money regularly enough that they are starting to put a little fee on top of everyone's donations. So even though I get an email alert that says, so-and-so donated $5, if I actually open the email and look at the receipt, it says a different amount that I actually received because PayPal took a little bit off the top. So, even though I have like a set pricing for things like donating to spin the wheel or donating to have your name be put on a different wheel for choosing Pokemon nicknames, I'm not actually going to be getting that full amount. It's going to be taking like a couple dollars off. So I'm like rounding for the sake of accounting for the amounts that they take off the top. And then also the other thing is that I am raising money also for September. I do, without disclosing too much about it, I do make enough money dollars to be able to pay my rent for the start of September, even if we don't make it past the bare minimum that is needed for the rigging. But in an ideal world, I rounded it up a bit in hopes that I can have a little bit of a cushion so I don't immediately have $0 after I pay my rent. I am okay monetarily still. I would have to be dipping more into my savings again, and I really don't want to do that. But yeah, so I will put it on screen actually, like next to the dono bar for right now, just so you guys like are aware of it still. Let me get a text thing up. Text. I forget what the font I usually use is called. Oh, I think it's this. Yeah, this one. Then we'll make it like this size. Wind. I love spelling. Did you guys know that? I'm really good at spelling. I'm a good speller. Let's give it a thickums outline. It'll look normal in a sec, I promise. There we go. So bare minimum that is needed for the model rig is 2,525. And then extra goes into survival fund. And I'm also kind of just hoping to account for the fact that what we see on the dono bar is not necessarily going to be the actual amount that I earn. For transparency, I reset the dono bar at the start of yesterday because that was, I had already like used the money for rent and stuff. So I started at 0. And this was how much I made during the karaoke, thank you. But the actual amount that's in my PayPal after PayPal took its little skim off the top is less than what it shows on the dono bar. Golly, I hate the internet. So the actual amount that I have is, if it'll load in... Oh, right. I spent a little bit to get the stuff for Twitch, so it's a little bit less, but I think it came out to like 60 something. But it's like, it's less. It adds up, that skimming. And it sucks. I don't like it. Internet is fine, it's those chuckleheads and their stupid convenience fee that we should fight. So true. But yeah, I figured it out because when I was looking at the earnings from the Unothon, and like in particular, I looked at like the really big dono that I got. A lot was skimmed off the top of that because it was a big amount that came at once. And I was just like, that explains why things felt like less. That explains why things felt like less. And some other stuff too. It's just, man. We live in a society. Wait. Man for real. Yeah, man for real. Boba Pizza must have flagged them. It must have. We need a PayPal competitor that's accessible. So true. I think the thing is, though, like, eventually any payment processor is going to have to start doing some skimming for, like, convenience fees. It could start out being super nice, but I think eventually all kind of succumb to this TM. But yeah, so that's the transparency about the actual amount that needs to be earned. So in order to actually make it worthwhile, and because I don't want to turn this into another, like, actual Unathon with, like, a bunch of different reward incentives, because I'm just a girl and I still owe a lot of the ones from the original Unathon, and I would feel bad if I had to start piling on even more. So the way I decided to make it work instead is that I'm going to stream for 48 hours straight. Let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! And the best way I could think of to occupy my time during that 48 hours is to do a randomizer nuzlocke. I am giving myself 48 hours to start and hopefully beat a randomizer nuzlocke. And that will be the main focus of the stream. Those of you who might not be aware of what a nuzlocke is, to keep it simple, if your Pokemon faints, it is considered dead and you cannot use it anymore. There's like other more specific rules that they have, but it's also like you give nicknames to your Pokemon so you form attachments and you don't want them to die. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each route. If you accidentally kill it or if you run out of Pokeballs, you just don't get an encounter in that route, so it's one less Pokemon to have. And yeah. It's basically like that. That's kind of like the bare minimum rules. There's more hardcore rules that some people do with things like level capping or not using healing items in battles. I'm not going to do any of that. While I am still going to be playing it like a Nuzlocke, I'm going to try to keep it fairly casual. I have beaten a randomizer Nuzlocke once before in my free time with friends, but I've never streamed one, so... We'll see how it goes. Yeah. A hardcore playthrough of Pokemon? Yeah, basically. Punishes you for having attachments and for letting your Pokemon faint in a battle. Basically. Yeah, all the Pokemon are nicknamed, so it hurts when you fail them, and you like get an attachment to them because whether they have a silly name or a serious one. 48 hours minus or including eep time? I think to make it fair, I'm not gonna sleep. Because again, a lot of this is because I feel like I failed you guys by still not having enough after the first Unathon. I feel like I owe it to you to like fully dedicate as much of myself and my time as possible to actually earning this money. I don't think it's right to just say that it's 48 and then not actually commit to the 48. So 48 hours is 48 hours. So on YouTube, it'll be split into 4 12-hour streams. I guess that's gonna end up happening on Twitch as well, because the multi-stream program that I use ends the stream on Twitch at the same time that I end the stream on YouTube. So it'll just it'll be down for a couple minutes while I transition to the next room, basically. But I'll try to pause my timer, because I'm going to get, like, an actual timer, to count down the 48. If I can find one. I saw a few when I was looking for Twitch panels the other day, so maybe I will try to get a timer from there that I can actually like set up the 48 hours on and do a little countdown type deal. But not all of the 48 hours are going to be playing Pokemon. As someone brought up in pre-chat earlier, there is a Kirby Air Riders Direct happening tomorrow morning. And there's also a video that's going to be going live on the Bandai Namco channel that's going to be announcing the next Tales remaster. So I will take some time to have like breaks where we do other things, but the 48-hour timer is still going to go down. It's basically going to be like, do you have the cojones to stop what you're doing playing Pokemon to do other stuff? Do you think that you'll still be able to beat the Nuzlocke even if you take like 30 minutes to watch a video premiere or like watch a Nintendo Direct or whatever? Do you get what I mean? It'll basically be like breaks to do watch-alongs or breaks to like, you know, have a meal, because odds are it's gonna probably be hard for me to play the game and also eat food simultaneously. So there will also be breaks where I make food so that I eat, because while I will try to go without sleep, I definitely should not go without eat. So like, while it is mostly going to be focused on the Nuzlocke is going to take up a bulk of the time. There's also just going to be parts where I do take like breaks from Pokemon itself to do other stuff with you guys. You can still be 48 collective hours if you don't subtract EAP from stream time. Given your EAP troubles, not sleeping would concern me, but it's your channel. It's like, it's just hard to justify it for myself, I guess. But I was going to say, one of the things we could put on the punishment wheel could be that I am forced to take a break and like take a power nap or something. Because like the idea for the wheel is that it's going to be things that can both help and hurt the Nuzlocke and me. Because obviously people are going to want things on the wheel like do exercises. But I also was having thoughts of like if you land on this space on the wheel, you can choose which Pokemon I'm not allowed to use in like the gym battle or something. Or you can choose don't let me evolve this Pokemon when they get to the level where they evolve. Like ways to just fully like inhibit the Nuzlocke and make it a bit difficult. Forcing you to nap or relax out of spite is kind of wild. I mean, this is just like ideas that I had. Again, I am guilty. I feel very guilty for the fact that I have to ask for this again. So when I was coming up with this idea, I did kind of make it a little bit more aggressive, for lack of a better term, compared to the Unathon of previous, where it was only for a 12-hour stint and then I still got like a chance to sleep or whatever during the night. I'm punishing myself a little bit this time around. And I'm fully committing. I'm trying to lock in as much as possible because I feel like it's only fair since I still have to ask for more money. But yeah. So I mentioned this on Twitter, but it's still going to be the normal $20 for a Speen. So the Speen is going to return and I'm going to reset up the wheel with new things on it. Obviously, that'll be related to the Nuzlocke and such. And then it'll be $25 for to put your name onto a spinning wheel to determine if you are going to be the name of the next Pokemon I catch. You cannot choose the Pokemon, but anybody who donates 25 or higher will get added to this wheel. So whenever I catch a new Pokemon, that's the name it has. And if you don't want it to be your name, you can also say in your donation message if you want it to, like what you want it to be, basically. Like if you wanted to donate as yourself, but then you mention like, oh, I want you to name the Pokemon Poop Fart, then I will have to name it Poop Fart. Poop Fart will be what goes on the wheel, you know? Does that make sense? So it's only a little bit more expensive than the wheel. Yeah. so we can get our name added and a Batsu spin? Yes. I mentioned that on Twitter as well. If you do donate the 25, you still get a wheel spin. But then you also get your name put on the name wheel. Imagine getting carried by Poop Fart. Listen, Poop Fart could be our savior. Sir Poopington Fart Quad. Poop Fart for short. Because Pokemon names do not have that many character spaces. Make Yuno name her Pokemon a character she hates. Do you guys even know that many characters that I hate? That would be very interesting if you could figure it out. Poop Fart the Gardevoir. So true. I love you, Poop Fart. But it's that kind of energy. If you don't want it to have your name, you can decide the name. Basically. Self-note, I'm picking Kaya. I need the wheel spin where she has to tank Dragonite Hyper Beams. Incentivize her to KO her own Pokemon to sabotage the run. I mean, yeah, that's part of what I was thinking for, like, things we could put on the wheel. Because I already had ideas, like I said, of, Watcher the Pokemon. So true. I already had ideas of, like, I can't evolve this Pokemon past, like, its current stage, like the stage that I caught it at. So I basically have to press B every time it's about to evolve, unless I manage to get an Everstone. I thought of things like force a level cap, where I have to look up whatever the level cap is for the next gym, and if I have any Pokemon that are above that level, I can't use them. There's an incentive where you can choose for me to not use a certain Pokemon in the gym battle. So I basically have to, like, box them, and I can't use them at all during the challenge. There's also, like, a set 3 rule that I was thinking of, where you choose the 3 Pokemon that I use in battle, and I can't use anyone else in my team. Like, I have to use those 3. If I lose with those 3, it counts as an L. Also, basically, if I wipe at any point during this, I have to restart the randomizer entirely. If I wipe, it's game's over, and I have to redo the randomizer and start from the beginning. I'm going to try and randomize the file before I start the stream initially, but if we fail midstream, I'm gonna have to, like, stop what we're doing, and that'll also count for time, having me go back and, like, redo all of the randomizer settings. And, like, randomize a new file. Basically. But those are just some ideas that I had. Yeah. What Pokemon game will this base off of? I actually haven't decided yet. That was another thing I thought we could discuss. My initial thought when I was pitching this to members was doing Heart Gold or Soul Silver, because I really like Johto. And I liked the idea of us having our random abomination walking behind the trainer as a partner. About the randomizer, wouldn't it be funny to randomize the levels? Now, see, that would just be instant death. That would be instant death, because if the levels are randomized, what if the first Pokemon I encounter on, like, Route 2 or whatever the fuck is a level 67 Charizard? Like, I would just instantly be cooked, because my Pokemon wouldn't have that starting level. Also, I don't think UP Randomizer allows you to randomize the levels. Because I think that programming would be a little bit too complicated. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and the goal is to beat Red. That's true. We could do that. No objection to Heart Gold, Soul Silver probably matters less since it's random. It's because certain Pokemon games would only have certain dexes available. I think if we wanted the most Pokemon variety, it would probably have to be Black and White or Black 2, White 2. Because those have, like, super big Pokedexes. But I like the idea of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, too. Because it leads to like extra attachment, because the first Pokemon in your party will always be following behind you as you, like, go on your journey. So I had the thought, like, that would lead to attachment, because we would always start getting attached to whoever our leader is, whether it's our partner or not. Randomize items except key items. We could do that too. That could definitely be very fucky, however. We can see what the shiny in Link of Rage is. I don't think it would stay shiny. I don't actually know, because I can't remember the last time I played a UP randomizer for Heart Gold Soul Silver, but I don't think the random encounter there is shiny. If you randomize it. I don't remember, though. I might have to look it up. Maybe you more invest in a Heart Gold Soul Silver? Okay, looks like we're doing Heart Gold or Soul Silver then. I'll figure out which one tonight after I look up other stuff. Yeah. Okay. I like this. Randomize items is okay. I think I'm going to try and... I mean, I'll make it true random. For the most part. I think there's a way to set it so that it's kind of similar power levels, but... I'll have to think. Why not both at the same time? No. It's already going to be hard enough trying to complete one randomizer nuzlocke in 48 hours. You really think I'm going to sit here and try to do two at once? You got me fucked up. Oh, Hanaki, welcome in. But yeah, I think we will do it like that. What if you make the goal to progress 25% through both? Guys, you're just making this more complicated. You really think I'm going to remember to swap between games? How would we even do that? Get to the first gym in one and then swap to the other one and get to the first gym? That just sounds like a pain. That just sounds like a pain in the butt. I mean, I guess if you really want it, I can consider it. But that sounds like that would drive me crazy. Timer maybe 2 hours gold, 2 hours silver. I mean, I guess we could do it like that. I'd have to get like a sub timer. The 48-hour countdown, and then there'd have to be a timer below it that shows how long we have in each game before I have to swap. I mean, it's possible. Are you planning to finish the game? That's the goal. If I don't finish the goal, I'm going to count it as an L. The goal is to finish the game in 48 hours, though, yes. I guess if I don't finish it, I don't really know what my punishment's going to be. But it should be a pretty intense punishment. If it's random, does it really matter what version she plays? I'd rather ever stick to one version. That's kind of how I felt about it, too. Like, I figure it's going to be difficult enough just running one. Swapping between two is just kind of... the only thing that it would really do is confuse my brain. I was curious and had a gander, but I do think the Lake of Rage encounter stays shiny. Oh, cool. Then I guess we would get a different shiny. That could be fun. Reasonable goal should be ending Elite Four and move on to Red if you beat the Elite Four early. I mean, I think it would be possible to beat in 48 hours. It's not going to be continuous, because I said I would be taking breaks for, like, food and, like, occasionally doing other things, but... Personally, I don't know. I think it could be... What's it called? I think it could still, like, be done in 48 hours. I've beaten Pokemon games, like, normally in less... So I think it would be possible. You know, it's just a matter of being able to lock the freak in. Shiny Chikorita would be dope. It would be very awesome if it was a Chikorita. I love that little autumn-colored baby. Remember, this is 2 games? No, I think we're gonna move away from the 2-game idea. I feel like that would just hurt my brain. If you really want it to be both, I guess. But I have to have more clear confirmation. Should I run a poll? I guess I could run a poll. Save the 2-game challenge for another time? I mean, maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see, we'll see ya. Anyways. Save that for regular streams? I guess? I mean, that's still... When else would we do it? Like, I don't really know when I would do it in a normal stream. Because we're already planning, like, a different type of Nuzlocke challenge to do in the future. Anyway? I don't know if... I don't know if there would really be another time to do a 2-game challenge. But, like, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. Anyway, I'll let the poll run for a bit. That too, but we wouldn't shy off from a Batsu. Anyway, though, the goal is to try and beat the game. I like the idea of trying to beat Red within the 48-hour time span. Minus breaks. I only just got here. What's this about 2 games? I mentioned the idea of playing Heart Gold or Soul Silver for the 48-hour Nuzlocke, and then somebody brought up the idea of doing both versions at once, but like different, with like a different random seed. So a couple of hours I play one game, and then when I run out of time there, I have to switch to the other game, and it's just a matter of like seeing where I can make the most progress and if I can manage to beat either or both within the 48 hours. I'm kind of like unsure about it, but I don't know. Can't you sync movement on the 2 games at the same time? I don't know. I have seen people do, like, similar stuff, kind of, but I think they still have to, like, swap between devices to, like, control the games separately. I think you can run the 2 instances at once, but I also don't know how to set that up on my stream. I don't know how to do all that stuff. Please don't make me do too much extra work. Hitomi's not here to help me troubleshoot. Starts crying. If there were 2 games involved, I'd rather have it be a Soul Link to Nuzlocke. I do a Soul Link with myself because I don't have anyone to do it with me. I do it by myself, and the Pokemon are linked between my 2 files. I miss your wife. She's not my wife. She's my bestie. That sounds so sad how you're saying it. Yeah, well... I really don't have anyone who could do it with me, because doing a synced up series like that is a big time commitment. Even Hitomi, I don't think, would be able to really commit to the time like that. But like, especially not now, because she's on her trip. She is away, so she can't really help me much. She can, like, type stuff out to me, but she can't, like, actually come in and help. Hope she has a good trip. I think she's been having fun so far. She made a thread in our Discord where she's been posting a bunch of pictures of all of the stuff that she's been seeing and, like, the food she's been eating and things like that. Well, the solution is to create a split personality just to play Pokemon with. You could do a soul link with Damas and truly connect our souls by fate. I do not trust you guys to do a Twitch plays situation. Even if we did, that would be very difficult to, like, have be going on simultaneously. Because, like, also, you wouldn't be paying attention to me, you'd be paying attention to your own file. And you're supposed to be paying attention to me while I'm streaming. And then if I leave you to make progress offline, you guys would just be coming back like, hey, Yuno, so all 5 of our Pokemon died. And I would just be like, what the fuck? And then I'd have to box every Pokemon I have. What? I wasn't paying attention? Yeah, exactly. We need the 2 Yunos, Yuno Gold and Soul Silvupple. Silvupple is a crazy combination of silver and purple. You know, we accidentally deleted our save. I don't even know what I would do at that point. I would just be like, literally, how did you do that? The Twitch Plays controls made you save over your previous save file. I think what's more likely is, hey, you know, we beat the game between this stream and the last. Well, that would absolutely defeat the purpose of a soul lock. Anyway, we're not doing that. I'm not syncing up with you guys in that way. We're not doing that. But okay, so Heart Gold, Soul Silver, randomize items except for key items. Full random for Pokemon encounters. You never let us have fun. What do you mean? I let you have as much fun as possible. I'm sorry, I don't want you to do something crazy complicated that'll already hurt my very sleep-deprived brain. But anyway. A soul lock can maybe happen in, like, the distant future. Wonder if it's more feasible to switch game every time you take a break. To where it's like... Well, that could still be kind of crazy, especially because if we go by the fact that there's 2 things going on in the morning, I'd be taking a break, like, almost immediately after starting the game. I'd be taking a break, like, immediately. And then we'd have to swap to the other game. I mean, I guess... I was thinking that the wheel would also have, like, forced break times. Like, it would be, like, forced 30-minute break where I can't play. And then I mentioned before, like, the forced power nap where I have to, like, nap for an hour or something. No keys, no Honey 2s, no Dama collab. I'm literally giving you a 48-hour Yunothon. Can you, like, have mercy on me, please? Are you able to instant nap, or does it take you a bit to fall asleep? It takes me a bit. I definitely am not one to instantly fall asleep. That's part of my insomnia problem. But I'd figure it out. At the very least, the hour nap would more so just be like an hour of, like, closing my eyes and just, like, resting them from looking at a screen. Even if it's not a full nap, it would still be something. You give us an inch and we take a planet, literally. It's fine. I wouldn't have it any other way. Win Bulbitsa? We agreed that I would, do the Bulbitsa after I finished my time debt, no? I mean, I guess I can do the Bulbitsa during the 48 hours if you insist. Like, I can force one of my meals to be disgusting for you if it means that I earn the money for my rig. I'm literally willing to do basically anything if it means that we'll be able to reach the goal. Deadass. That's why I have this poll running for the 2 games. Why are we Bobitsaing again? Because during the original Unathon, I said the only reason I would do a Bobitsa again would be if somebody donated 1K, like, at once, and then it happened. So I have to do another Bobitsa. Can showing Yuno tummy be an option on the wheel? I don't understand why you would want that to be on the wheel. Just a break to show my stomach? I don't really know why you want that, but I guess. No anchovies? Honestly, yeah. I think if I did the Bobitsa again, if I could take off the pineapple and the anchovies, it probably wouldn't be nearly as bad. So you're eating cursed pizza and your words? Uh-huh. There's a chance of what? Were you supposed to be giving helpful suggestions? I mean, it doesn't matter. Suggestions are suggestions. Like I said, I need to do literally anything possible to earn the money for this rig. And if we don't manage to make it in the 48 hours, it's fine. I'd still have a bit of time to finish earning it. But I'm really hoping that we can earn it in this one go so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. Maybe the tummy 1% chance on the wheel. I guess, if that's what you really want. I mean, my tummy is really not that interesting to look at, so I don't really see why you want it. Let me start writing down some of these ideas. Because it's Yuno's tummy. If it's possible to get it over soon, the better. I can feel in your voice how much you hate the situation you're in. I mean, it's how it has to be. It's how it has to be. I do really want this to be done, though, because as soon as we can get it finished, I don't have to worry about doing things like this again. Random body part takeover, get that elbow enjoyer his time. I guess. We could do something like that, I suppose. I'd have to figure out how to actually make it work that way. Voice impressions while playing could be a wheelbatsu. Voice impressions? Oh god. That's taking advantage of the fact that I'm really bad at impressions. I'd probably only have that be a 30-minute thing. But I can write that down. Stare at nails for 5 minutes. What's our wheel, Batsus? What are we getting for the bankrupt spaces? I haven't planned any of that out. Okay, 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 I haven't really thought out what I would give you guys for punishments, because I don't really want to punish you. I don't really see a reason to. I'm kind of the one who needs most of the punishments in this situation. And you're crazy and you don't see getting banned as a punishment. Or getting timed out, I guess. I don't really know what else I would do. Equal opportunity punishing? I don't know, man. Because, like, also a lot of you guys work. You work and you're, like, doing things. I can't exactly put punishments on here that would mean that you'd have to step away from your work. That wouldn't be fair. Compliment us as a punishment to yourself. I mean, complimenting you is definitely easier than insulting you. Roast their profile picture? I mean, I guess. I can't really see your profile pictures very well. Punishment, play the stream for your coworkers to hear. Nah. I don't want to do anything that could get you guys in trouble. Hiding your model or going silent? True, we could do that. Let's see. Hide model. She can't roast mine as her senpai drew mine? Really? I actually didn't know that. I actually did not know that at all. Hide the wife? I mean, I guess I could. I think I could hide the tattoo layer on my model. Hold on. Let me actually double check that. We gotta test something. You wouldn't dare watch me. Oh, hey, guess what? Normal girl mode. She's gone. You can't have her. You can't have her anymore. How could you? Why live? Okay, good to know. Are you on this jail reporter? No! Don't report me! Don't do it! It does seem it is weird to see my leg without the thigh tattoo. It's too normal looking. That's crazy. Mealy's got some justice to dole out. He's already doled out plenty of justice on my channel. Please. Report this channel. I swear to God, don't do it. Okay, do I have a toggle that I can use this for? Hold on. Hanaki, welcome in. Is this good? Yep. Check it out. I can turn her on and off whenever I want. Wife? No wife. Wife? No wife. Wife? No wife. I am here to make you miserable. The guy who rolls take away wife for X amount of time is going to hate themselves. Evil. You wanted punishments. This is all I can think to do. Ban that man. There's your option. There's one of your punishments. I'll make you go wifeless. Wife killer on the speen? Yes, sir. Cruel and unusual. You knew putting us in a cage won't work, so you decided to be evil? Uh-huh. Maybe if you guys actually acted like getting timed out or muted was a punishment, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. But unfortunately, we live in a society where you guys can't stand not having your wife. Yuno could replace wife with puntable. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. I could technically load in puntable as a live 2D item and have her appear on the thigh instead, but she wouldn't be able to wrap around it like an actual tattoo. She really had to reach into truly diabolical depths to achieve punishment. Uh-huh. You guys have to start liking normal punishments again. Hiding wife might cause people to start crying at work. Your boss is just like, why are you crying? And they're just like, the stripper I like took away your thigh tattoo. I miss my wife so bad. My wife died. Something about the idea of puntable hitting the standing on your leg cracks me up. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I don't think I've ever loaded puntable as a live 2D item, so we have to do something real quick. We have to see if this works. We have to see if this is actually doable. Come here, puntable. Where are you, small one? Okay, so we do it like this, and then load current model as a live 2D item. What could be worse than one puntable? Two puntables. Yeah, okay. Two of them. Two of them. Wait, where's the... How'd I get rid of her? Okay, there we go. It was that one. I am closing the tab. Don't close the tab. We're experimenting. Hold on. Okay. So now we have me. And then, all right. So we do our new toggle to make my thigh naked, and then she should be down here. Yes, perfect.
It is me, your wife. It is me, your wife. Hello.
Anyone got the game to stop this? If someone actually did slap down 3K right this second, I'd probably just be like, well, I guess I don't have to do any of this now.
What's the problem? What's the problem, huh? It's me, your wife. I'm your wife. Do I need to get closer so you remember? See, I'm your wife. Hi. Hey, hi. Hey. Hi. I'm your wife. Hi. Hi, I'm your wife.
Okay, now the other magic I have to do. Can I get this to work the way that I want? I have to say this is an item scene, right? Okay, let me do that first. Okay, and then... it reversed it. Hold on. I have to see if I can get this to work right. Maybe if I delete the... No. I probably still have to leave it. Hold on. Maybe if I do... No, that won't be right either. We could apply creatures like Magirak and Steve as stickers and tattoos. Technically, yes. But I would probably have to make a separate toggle. Let me try this. Yeah, okay, perfect. So you guys get rid of wife, wife goes away, and then so true. You asked for this. It looks so bad when I zoom out. Summoning the growth. Did we? Uh-huh. A wheel option is they suggest a Pokemon fusion that gets pinned to the model. Oh god, that would be a lot of work. Are you sure? That would be a lot of work. Because then you guys would have to be able to think up a combination for what you would want. Cast Fireball, not a wizard, cast it anyway. Are you sure? Too much work to think of one. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to avoid too many where you guys would have to make choices. Or, well, choices that would be difficult to, like, come up with out of the blue. Because I have learned from the previous Unathon that having you guys make choices for things does not always work out. I've tried to make it a little bit easier. Let's see. Let's see. Exercise punishments, forced 30-minute break, forced 1-hour nap, voice impressions for 30 minutes, K-word 1 team member, box a team member for the next gym, enforce a level cap for the next area, enhance 1 body part for 30 minutes, reveal tummy, lock team to the first or second 3 slots, don't evolve a team member, compliment the tipper, hide model for 30 minutes, mute mic for 30 minutes, wife to puntable for 30 minutes. Oh, Reina! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you guys had a good stream. We are troubleshooting for an event coming up. Get raided, nerd. I've been raided. I've been raided. Hi, thank you. Show her what sweet hell we made. You want her to see that? Can I FaceTime you really quick? My phone is not by me, so I cannot right now. I'm sorry. My phone's not by me. It's charging away from me. And I'm using my my VTuber iPhone for work, obviously. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say goodnight. I love you. I love you too. Sleep well. Get some good rest. I love Reina-san so much. You know you don't understand. She's needy. No, it's okay. I do understand. I do understand. Work email is enough. I am not telling Reina-san to write it in an email. The disrespect to women. Choosing any custom roles for the nuzlocke? I haven't really thought of any right now. I'm trying to keep it pretty simple. Especially because if I'm doing it for 48 hours, my brain might fry if I try to go too complicated. I'm doing like basic nuzlocke rules. Although we have decided that I'm probably going to randomize items that I find, as well as well, besides key items. And encounters are going to be true random. I should write that down, actually, so I can make sure I set that up before the stream. But yeah, so far it's really only base nuzlocke rules. Full random Pokemon encounters. Fan of the classic 3-rule Nuzlocke. I agree. I also think, like, because most of the rules that I know of for Nuzlocks involve things like not using items. I want to use items. The thing is, if I'm randomizing all of the items that I can find, then that's going to make it difficult, because it might be difficult to buy things like potions or Pokeballs if they're not available in the shops. No hardcore, no hardcore. I'm keeping it pretty simple. 2 optionals you might consider: duplicate claws and shiny claws. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking about what I was going to do in case of dupes. But I'm probably not going to shiny hunt, because I'm already going to have limited time. So shiny hunting probably wouldn't really be an option. And we'd already be getting, like, the default random shiny as part of the Lake of Rage encounter if we make it there. Yeah, I agree. I also think I should use items. I'm saying it'd be funny because it might be hard to get potions or Pokeballs, depending on what gets randomized in the shops and everything. Truly roughing it out here. What else? What else? What else? Shining Claws is more for the chance random encounter than target farming. I mean, I guess. Maybe we could include it just in case we have a chance of finding another shiny. If I find it while grinding, then I can catch it. Because there will be points where I level grind, most assuredly. So we'll do it like that. And then... duplicate claws. I think I'll give it... Would you guys be okay if I got a chance to catch a new Pokemon? If the one we encounter in a route is a dupe? Or would you want me to just have to give it up? Sure, fine. Okay, okay, okay. If first encounter is a dupe, then reroll. Got it. Got it. Get a different one unless the dupe is one that was knocked out earlier. Ooh, you have a good point. So that would be a chance at redemption. Okay, okay, okay. That's good, that's good. Especially if we have random items where we have issues with Pokeballs. If there was a Pokemon I had to knock out because I didn't have any Pokeballs, but then I have Pokeballs the next time I encounter them. Redemption. But it still only works if it's the first encounter. And then I have it set so that if I'm level grinding in an area and we happen to encounter a shiny, then I'm allowed to catch that shiny. Even if I don't end up using it on the team. On the squad. Okay, okay. That feels good. I like that. So typical Nuzlocke rules, random items besides key items, full random Pokemon encounters. Shiny Claws, if found while level grinding, you can catch it. Dupes Claws, if the first encounter is a dupe, then reroll, unless it was a previously failed encounter. Okay, okay. Shiny before first Pokeball manifesting this? What the fuck? Why do you hate me? That's mean. Why would you say that? That's evil and mean. Even better, the shiny Pokemon is in the catching tutorial. So like the NPC friend character is the one who gets to catch the shiny while my ass has to sit there like, what the hell? What the helly? What do you mean he gets the shiny? Don't piss me off, Ethan. I'm this close. Countering evil with evil? Yes, it seems so. Ethan just casually catches a Mewtwo in the tutorial. Yeah, because he has to be able to catch it. Although I do think there is actually a dialogue for if he encounters a Pokemon but he doesn't manage to catch it and either his Pokemon faints or he runs out of balls. I do think there's actually dialogue for that and he'll just be like, haha, well, it wasn't supposed to go like that, but I guess it did. Wow, Twitch alert jump scare. Coins FS, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. So the alert box does work. I set that up and I wasn't sure if it was gonna, but it did. I love that for me. If I remember correctly, shinies have decent IVs. Yeah, sometimes they have like better stats. But like only sometimes really. You know what would be so funny is if I do this Nuzlocke and somehow I get Pokerus. What if I get Pokerus? Wouldn't that be epic? I think that'd be epic. Pokerus odds, which are even smaller than shiny odds, fingers crossed. Manifesting? But yeah, let's see. Is there anything else we should make note of, either for like rules for the Nuzlocke or things that might be good for the wheel? I feel like things are pretty solid right now. But yeah, I'm gonna need a separate wheel for all of the names of the people that will be rolling for names. If you get Pokerus, you should not do the Batsu if you don't clear the game. If I manage to roll Pokerus, then I don't have to do a Batsu. That's pretty good. I like that. What does the Batsu wheel add? Okay, so my wheel currently has exercise punishments, a forced 30-minute break, a forced 1-hour nap. I have to do silly voices for 30 minutes. K-word, 1 team member, so whoever rolls that can choose which team member is going to count as dead, even if they're not dead, and I have to put them in the dead box and not use them the rest of the run. Box 1 team member for the next gym, so they can go in the alive box, but I can't have them in my party when I go to the gym. Enforce level cap for the next area, so I have to look up what the level cap is for the next, like, town or, like, area that I'm going into, and I have to only use Pokemon that are that level cap or lower. If it's any Pokemon that are higher, I have to box them for the time being. Zoom into 1 body part on the model for 30 minutes, so it's just like a... You choose the body part, I guess, and then we zoom into that particular part on my model, and that's what's on the side of the screen for 30 minutes while I play. Reveal tummy. I will have a image on like my stream overlay that I will toggle on to show you my tummy. And it'll be there for a couple of minutes, and then I'll turn it off. Lock team to either the first or second 3 slots. So the way I'm thinking of this is you either choose the first 3 Pokemon or the bottom 3, or if I don't have a full team of 6, you can choose top 3 or bottom 3 still, and if there's an empty slot on the bottom 3, then I can only go in with 2 or something, or like 1 if I only have 4 Pokemon, something like that. Don't evolve a team member. So the next Pokemon that I catch, if it's a Pokemon that can evolve, I cannot evolve them. I either have to give them an Everstone or I just have to keep hitting B so they can't evolve past to a new point. They have to stay unevolved forever. Compliment the tipper. So if you land on this one, I have to compliment you. Hide model for 30 minutes. This is pretty self-explanatory. I just turned my model off so you can't see me. We have mute mic for 30 minutes, so you guys can't hear me for 30 minutes. And I'll probably have to talk to you in text chat. And then we also have the very, very cursed new toggle that I made.
Where I take away wife and I become puntable. I'm your wife now. Play house with me. Do it.
The people don't like this one for some reason. Crazy. Never roll this. Perfect bit. I think it's great. I think it's pretty awesome. You'll never be wife. You're just mad because she's so cute. Can we pay to invalidate that roll? Sure. I don't know how much it would cost. But you'd probably have to pay something higher in order to invalidate it. I don't know how much I'd want that to be, though. But by all accounts, anything that's 20 or higher will cause a wheel spin, so there's always a chance your wheel spin could cancel it out. You never know. But yeah, that is what is on the wheel right now. If there is anything else that you guys think I should add, feel free to suggest. Sorry for asking again, but can the K-word Batsu end a run if it wipes your team, or is there a limit? Yeah, it can end the run. Sure. Because the point is that I have to be able to start and finish a Nuzlocke run within the 48 hours, or else I'm probably going to have to do a pretty big Batsu. I haven't decided what my Batsu is going to be yet, if I don't manage to beat it. But yeah, you could force end the run and make me have to start a new randomizer seed. I don't think that's outlawed. But that'd only be if I have one Pokemon left on my team, you know? Like, if I have to dump all of the other Pokemon that died in a fight, and then I'm, like, trying to make a new team. If I still only have the one Pokemon in my team while I'm trying to decide what our next team's gonna be, and it happens to roll a K-word a Pokemon, you have to kill the one that's left, and then I'd have to start just a whole new team. All 6. Or, if I have no Pokemon left and you manage to kill the last one, then that would just reset the run, and that would count as a Jover. I'm wondering if we're packing in too many things to force you to stop playing, and if it's actually possible for you to complete the run if too many things activate. Oh, no, it's still possible. So far, the only things that would stop me from playing are the exercise breaks, forcing a 30-minute break, and forcing a 1-hour nap. Now, obviously, if it keeps landing on those, that would probably impede my progress, but everything else is not going to actually pause the run. It's just going to be like, I take a minute to mute my mic, or I take a minute to turn my model off. That's it. It's really not that bad in terms of things that would actually make it hard to keep playing. There are some game enders in the sense of, like, getting rid of team members, I guess, or, like, boxing team members or something. But it's really not that bad. Thank you for worrying about it, but it's fine. It's okay. And then, like, if I can't finish the run within the 48 hours, we have to decide what my Mega Batsu is gonna be. Item randomizer won't affect HMs. I have it set so that it won't affect key items, and I suppose that since most of the HMs are received in, like, key events, they probably wouldn't randomize. I think I'd have to make sure that I turn off randomization for TMs and HMs, though. Or maybe if there's a way to set it so it's only HMs that stay static, and then TMs can be random. I mean, also considering how the run itself goes and beating random difficulty spikes, because RNGesus said you gotta fight a level 50 Gyarados with level 20 Pidgey. We're not doing the level randomization. We are randomizing encounters, but I am pretty sure UP Randomizer doesn't let you randomize, like, actual, like, levels of Pokemon. Because that would be very weird programming. I don't think it allows that. I'm, like, 70% sure it doesn't. HMTM, His Majesty trademark. It stands for Hidden Machine and Technical Machine. Hidden Machine teach your Pokemon skills that help you traverse the overworld. TM, or Technical Machine, is like every other move in the game that you can teach a Pokemon so that they can do better, cooler moves. Not every TM works for every Pokemon. Same with HMs, though. Okay, I'm only asking because I don't really watch randomizers. I don't know anything about how those are balanced and practical to progress at a good pace. Well, UP Randomizer gives you options to keep it equal. Like, you could easily set it so instead of it being fully random, it like randomizes based on like similar power scaling. So like whatever the like base power level of a Pokemon is in an area, it would only randomize with other Pokemon at a similar base power level. So like, a lot of times randomizers can be balanced. We are kind of purposefully picking things that aren't as balanced. But, like, levels would still be balanced, technically, even if, we're encountering, like, crazy Pokemon. Like, I could still end up finding, like, a level 5, Deoxys in Route 4. But it would be level 5, and it would just have, like, a base moveset. There's no sudden fighting higher evolution mons in a low evolution zone. Oh no, there is. But they'll just be set to a reasonable level for the area. So like I said, you could still encounter like a level 5 Deoxys. Or like a level 5 third evolution of a Pokemon. Which Pokemon are you playing? I'm gonna be playing either Heart Gold or Soul Silver. I haven't decided which one yet. We're gonna do it for Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So that means we're going to have Pokemon from Gen 1 up to Gen 4? I think? Yeah. Up to Gen 4, I believe. Inaru and Hodo should be fun. I also think it will be fun and silly. Because that's the ultimate goal with this too. I want it to be fun. Starter Pokemon. Oh, we picked God. I mean, there's a chance that could also be Jover, because even Pokemon that are like seemingly really good, they could end up having really shit basic moves. Like, they don't learn all their cool shit until later, so we end up with like really bad moves. I think we should pick Soul Silver because of the soul motif we got. True. I do like Soul Silver. That's the one I have the physical copy of, because I chose silver. Okay. We could do that. Gonna use Move Randomizer too? No. But like, some Pokemon, when they are level 5, they could only know really bad moves. For example, if you got one of the Reggies at level 5, they only know self-destruct. So while it would be a good, strong move, it would also kill the Pokemon and kill the run outright in your first battle because your only option is to self-destruct. Do you see what I mean? The movesets are not going to be that random, but it could be bad depending on what the base Pokemon has. That's more so what I mean. Imagine getting Magikarp as the starter. Yeah. Splashing 40 times until I struggle. Real. But it's fine. For our starters, we'll have 3 options. So even if Magikarp did show up, we wouldn't have to choose Magikarp. So I would simply choose whatever Pokemon was not Magikarp. I'm staying optimistic. Even with it being truly randomized, I'm hoping that the movesets and the Pokemon options are good. Usually when I play randomizers, I try to keep the power scaling relatively the same. I don't usually go for full random because of the, like, insanity that it causes, but I think for the sake of this, it's more fun if it's true random. Magikarp, Metapod, Kakuna. Well, then I'm gonna choose Metapod. And then again, harden for 40 times and then struggle. It would probably only know harden and string shot, to be honest. Thankfully, if it's just the starters, it's no biggie to restart. This is true. Basically, what would happen is I choose a Pokemon, I do my first battle, we see that it has no moves that I can actually attack with, and I'm just kind of gonna suffer, and then we just hard reset. We just hard reset and I do a new randomizer. It takes a little bit of time out, but it really wouldn't be that bad. It'll hurt more the further we progress into a game and the more attached we get to a team to have to, like, fully start over if that ever comes up. We'll see how it goes. It will be difficult, but it will also be fun and silly. And ultimately, that's the point. I want this to be entertaining to watch. So that way, there's a little bit more incentive to want to, like, donate and add to the cause, you know? As long as I can make it entertaining for people to watch, I don't really care if I win or lose. Honestly, if I don't manage to beat the Nuzlocke in the 48 hours and I have to do a Mega Batsu or something, I won't really be that mad. As long as I can get my goal. Like I said, I'm willing to do basically anything if it means I'll be able to meet the goal and we'll be able to make that happen. Do I still want to be a little bit realistic? Yes, of course. But, like, I don't know. Totally understood. Thank you. But the bright side is, once this is done, we don't have to worry anymore. Once this is done, I won't have to push like this for hopefully a while. Hopefully. Not until yellow. True. Once it's yellow's time to shine. But it'll be a while. It'll be a little bit before then. The Mega Batsu is another endurance. Ah! In endurance with, like, no rewards ever. It's just that I have to stream forever. No rewards for you, no rewards for me. It's just me streaming a long time. Why are you saying 1 month until the next Yuno-thon? I can't. I'm not strong enough, man. I am too weak. What version are you choosing for the Nuzlocke? Well, we discussed it and it looks like it will be Soul Silver. Pokemon Soul Silver. And I'm fine with that, honestly. I wanted to choose Heart Gold or Soul Silver because I like the fact that the little guy walks behind you. Or like whoever your front person is, or I guess whoever you choose to be the one that walks with you, you can have a Pokemon walk with you. So I like the idea of whatever crazy Pokemon we get as like our team, they just have to walk behind me, and I'm just this menacing little kid walking up to the first gym with like a level 14 Rayquaza or whatever. There's just something about that that kind of makes me giggle. It gives me a little giggle and a chuckle, so I like it. One of my favorite features, having your little guy with you. Yes, you understand. You get me. I love having little guys. So I'm excited to have the little guy walk with us. And I'm also excited for them to have either your names or to have silly names that you guys choose.
But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
But again, I will also remind, we will be taking periodic breaks, either for me to get food or to like maybe do other stuff so that I'm not like always Pokemoning. Obviously, I want to try and beat the game within the 48 hours, but I think it only is fair to like have occasional breaks for me to do other stuff. Especially tomorrow morning, there's a lot of stuff happening in the internet world. They're going to be announcing the next Tales remaster that's coming in the morning, and they're also going to be having a direct specifically for Kirby Air Riders. So we'll be doing watch-alongs to those things early in the morning. So honestly, we might not even start the Nuzlocke right at 8. We might just start the stream at 8, and then just hang out as we watch the watch-alongs first, and then we'll start the Nuzlocke, but the countdown will still start as soon as stream starts, so it'll be a slight time waster, but it'll be worth it because there are things that I like and I want to be able to watch them. And you guys will get to hear me scream in real time, depending on what they announce for the Tales remaster, although I'm 90% sure it's going to be Zillia. So, you know, that's, like, still going to happen. And it might still happen in, like, other instances, too, where, I would, like, take a break to eat dinner, and I would probably not be able to play the game while I, eat dinner. And then, like, other meal cases, too, I'll probably be, like, eating food and not able to game. And we might just also take, like, little breaks if I feel like I can't stomach playing more Pokemon for a period. Although I don't think that's possible, because I do really like Pokemon. Part of why I decided for this to be a Nuzlocke is because I feel like I like Pokemon enough that I can lock in pretty easily. Wouldn't have too many problems with, what's it called? I wouldn't have too many problems with focusing, because I do like Pokemon. Even the act of just, like, level grinding. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan right now. That's the vibe right now. I will be trying to get everything set up with the randomizer file tonight. Yeah. Is Soul Silver even completable in 48 hours with necessary breaks? Probably. You guys have to have more faith. Soul Silver is like a slightly longer game, I guess, if you count the fact that Kanto is a big part of it. There's like a whole Kanto arc after you beat Johto, but You guys need to have more faith. Will you be pausing the timer while eating, sleeping, and such? I will not be pausing. But I'm also not planning to sleep. Hehe. The only time I will be sleeping is if we roll the mandatory 1-hour nap. So... I'm not gonna be sleeping. And I also will not be pausing for meals. The timer will still be running even while I'm going to cook and eat food. Yes. That's part of the challenge, is the fact that I could get, like, I could get forced to not play. Or, like, forced to take breaks or to, like, do other stuff. Because there's also a forced 30-minute break where instead of napping, it's just that I have to do something else for 30 minutes. So, yeah. The nap is for an hour because I feel like that makes sense. I can't wait to roll nap 20 hours in and lose you for 6 hours. It won't happen! It won't! I will make sure. You won't lose me, I promise. I have alarms, and also, if I ever sleep through an alarm, Hitomi is usually pretty good at, like, trying to get in contact with me to make sure that I'm not dead. So, if my alarm doesn't wake me up, Hitomi trying to call me will. I'm manifesting it. Do not. I need to put in the effort. It's not right if I advertise this as being 48 hours and then I sleep for like 6 of them. Then it's not 48 anymore. So I have to do my best. The Hitomi ringtone. Mm-hmm. But no, don't worry. I'll be okay. I think we've got a good base set up, though. So I'm feeling relatively optimistic about everything. So yeah. That said, tonight's OniMon is probably not going to be super long because I'm gonna need the sleep if I want to get up early for everything that's gonna be going down. So probably going to end in like 10-ish minutes, if that's okay. Because I should try to rest. I have my thumbnails ready for the streams, so I might set up the waiting rooms ahead of time as well, just so that it's a quick and easy transfer, but compared to usual length of OniMon time, this stream's gonna be quite short. I apologize for that. If I had my way, I would keep yapping, but I'm gonna have to get up early if I want to make sure that I have, like, breakfast and coffee and everything ready for the morning festivities. She wants to end stream so soon. If I had my way, I wouldn't. I promise. I gotta take care. And if this is gonna be the last bit of sleep I get before I'm awake for about 48 hours, I gotta... How dare you? We have 48 hours of yapping starting tomorrow and you want to leave? I know, I'm so cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment. How could I do this to you? Tomorrow morning I'm getting my tooth pulled, so please keep me company in my painful recovery. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope your recovery goes smooth. But no, I would be glad to keep you company. We will be doing so much yapping. The nerve of this Oni, the noive. How dare this creature? It's like I can still hear her voice. Stop talking like I'm dead! I'm not even dead yet! It hasn't even begun! But no, I do hope it'll be a fun time. I'm going into it with, like, a bit of optimism. I hope that it will be okay. What else did I want to say regarding this? We'll just be positive. We'll work hard, but we'll be positive. As long as we can have a fun time together, I'm honestly going to be happy with whatever the outcome is. Worst comes to worst. I guess we'll just have to keep pushing. If we don't do it within the 48-hour period, it's fine. I'll just have to keep pushing into September. Because I told my papa either first or second week of September max for when I'd be able to pay the last bit. So if we don't manage to do it this week, every other stream that I do is just gonna have to be dedicated to it. Although it probably won't be endurances. I'll just have it running for as long as I can. Hope you're able to get some good sleep. Plug your ears if you need to. Well, the sleepy medicine that I took did manage to knock me out like a light, even if it took like 2 hours to activate. So if I'm still eepy by the time I end stream, which I think I will be, hopefully I'll be able to just pass right out. I do have a little bit of work to do to like get a proper countdown timer and stuff set up, but there's not too much like admin work left to do, and then we'll just lock the frick in.
We'll lock the frick in.
But yeah, when the medicine finally did kick in, I was like dead to the world. Even this afternoon when I ended my afternoon stream, I was dead to the world. At least the med works. Can you say what it is? So I had a headache last night on top of my insomnia, probably caused by the insomnia. And I have a Advil PM that works for sleep related, getting you to sleep despite like having an ache or pain going on. So I took the medicine because I had a headache. And then I died, basically. It took like 2 hours for it to activate, but when it did, I was out. And it's always like that. This medicine always kind of does this to me. Where I'm like, man, this medicine ain't shit. And then the minute it activates, I'm gone. And then like the rest of the day, I just spend like very, very eepy. Eepy's beepy, big dead. And that was what happened today. Since it activated like in the morning, I was like super dead on my feet by the time I needed to do the Moondusk Masquerade stream. I was very tired. I feel like I could have locked in and had a lot more energy for that if I wasn't so eepy. But I did really like it, so still a win, I'd say. But yeah, that was what I took. It was like a super powerful Advil PM thing. Night pill. I honestly should have taken it earlier, but I had thought I would be able to sleep earlier, and then I just didn't. And unfortunately, I can't take another dose because you're not supposed to take more than the 2 pills within a 24-hour period, which makes sense. If it knocked me out this hard with just the 2, if I tried to take more, I'm pretty sure I'd be gone. I'd be deceased. So I get why I can't take more, but also if I have a hard time sleeping tonight, either due to like nerves or stress or anxiety or whatever, I'm gonna be so pissed off because I can't take the medicine. So I kind of wish I had either taken those 2 pills earlier or that I didn't take them so that I could have taken them tonight. That's on me. Sleep eternally, sleep forever. Or before sleep, yeah, that too. You're supposed to take them whenever your bedtime is. I'm guessing so that you can start winding down in time for it to activate. But yeah. I wish I didn't take it that late / early. Because now I can't take it tonight. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll live. It's fine. Well, yeah, I hope you look forward to the 48-hour Yuno Fest. The nuzlocke. I don't really... I don't know. I'm excited. I want it to feel like a fun time, but also it is me, so it will still probably be a form of chill. And while there is this expectation with, like, hitting the goal and everything, I'm really not going to be that pressed if we don't hit it, so don't feel pressured to. It's all just there to make it more fun for everybody involved. I do want to hit it, obviously, but if we don't, it's okay. I just want to be able to spend time with you guys and make it fun and make it worthwhile for everybody involved. So, I don't know. I always get like this when it comes to fundraising type events. I want to hit it, but I also don't want to feel like that's like the main reason I'm doing this. It's really not. I probably would have found a time to do a Nuzlocke event like this even without the looming cost of my rigging. It's just, this is just how it happens to be right now. I don't know. I'm just a little guy. I will be glad once this is finally over with. I will be so glad. Because then we can truly just lock in and have fun leading up to October. Because the bright side is, if we manage to do it, then everything will be confirmed for October. Yippee, 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 yippee. In general, it's not a hard rule, and meds say that. It's mostly a caution against people with health complications. Mine say that, but I've had to take one under the limit and it's fine. I don't know, maybe. If I struggle to sleep and I'm not able to sleep by like midnight, maybe I will take them then in hopes that it knocks my ass out. Not trying to be pushy, just don't want you to feel like it's scary. No, I understand. I understand. I am very strict about rules that are on labels though. I'm strict about rules in general. If someone tells me a rule, I will usually follow it to the letter, and then I get really stressed out if I have to do something that slightly deviates. I am a little bit of a rule follower that way. People could still be like, but you know, that doesn't technically count because of XYZ. I'd just be like, okay, but the rule says this. I have to follow what the rules say. I have to follow what rule written paper see. Do you understand? So if it says on the label, don't take more than 2 within a 24-hour period, I'll just be like, okay, and I'll literally count until exactly 24 hours. I'm like this with any medicine. I get so strict about it. Haha, nerd. Look. I can't deny this. It's very true. That is real. How far apart are they supposed to be? How long ago did you take them? If it's almost time, having the dose might be safe. Goody two shoes, leave me alone! I literally said what's on the label. The dosage is 2, and then you're not supposed to exceed 2 in a 24-hour period. I took them at like 5 a.m., so it's been over 12 hours. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I'm scared. If it knocks me out and puts me to bed forever, I don't want to pale-ish. How many mgs have you taken so far? I don't know. I don't know how they're measured. I'd have to look at the bottle. I don't know. I just know I took 2 because that's the recommended dosage. I don't know, man. It's ibuprofen, right? No. I don't think it's technically ibuprofen. I don't know. I'd have to go get the bottle. Anyway, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I still feel pretty tired from the lingering effects of the medicine overall, so I think I will probably be able to sleep fine, knock on wood. I'm optimistic at the very least. Like, I don't feel like it'll be hard to sleep this time around. And I still have stuff to do before bed like my usual wind down routine, so hopefully the wind down routine will help. I wish to just make you throw up. I don't want to throw up. Throwing up sucks. Anyway, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Thank you for your concern, though. We'll be good. It'll be good and okay and fine. $5 a.m. is a bit close. I'd say half of one tablet may be okay, but hopefully you can sleep. I don't know if I could half these. These are gel tablets. I think if I cut it open, it'd kind of blech. It would kind of goosh. It'd get kind of gushy. Anyway, literally, I'll be fine. But thank you for your concern. I do appreciate it. Like I said, worst comes to worst, if it's a little bit closer to the initial time, I'll be okay. I'll take it if I really need it, but hopefully I won't need it. Anyway. Open gel tab would taste horrible. Yeah, that too. It would goosh and then it would be bad. Yuck. Alright, anyway. I'm wrapping up stream now. Once again, I'm sorry for the kind of shorter than usual OniMon. But your girl needs to start the wind down routine and taking care of some of this last admin work before we launch into a 48-hour event. I will put up the waiting rooms also before I go EP. So we will probably see those in a little bit also. But we'll start hanging out bright and early. Bright and early, 8 a.m. EST. I was about to say JST. That is not correct. That is not correct. I don't know why I was thinking about JST. Help. My brain is fried. It's over. Get your sleep. You need all your energy. Thank you. I do need my energy. I'm just a little guy. Can't believe the Zatsu is just 2 hours. Aren't you so proud of me for being able to limit my time? I think that this is an accomplishment, personally. But yeah. So we will be starting first thing in the morning. Oh my god, I thought the music went out for a second. Am I actually dying? That's crazy. But yeah. First thing in the morning, and then we will be going for 48 hours. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Ganbare, thank you. The reason my schedule looks a bit weird the rest of the week is because I'm probably going to crash after the 48 hours are expired, and then I will come back for one little, like, chill book sorting stream, and then I will perish again.
Yeah. Yeah. That about does it for me. I will do my best to get some good rest. I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with you guys. I hope you guys are looking forward to all of the Unonium as well. I know I keep making fun of it by being like, ugh, you guys are gonna be tortured because you're gonna have to spend all this time with me. But I do actually hope you look forward to it because I want it to be a lot of fun for all of us. So I hope you look forward to it too. Because I am. I do think it's gonna be fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for choosing to spend time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, which is gonna be bright and early tomorrow, Yunotsu! So mushy, shut up! I'm never being nice ever again!